We're celebrating the 3rd anniversary of the Imagination Station. That's right, the Imagination Station. It's been in Toledo for 3 years now, and we're celebrating with some spooky science. Sarah, you're our resident evil genius for this Halloween spooky science demonstration. Let's get right into it. What are we doing?
All right, so today we are doing some stuff with dry ice. Like you said, Halloween's right around the corner, and dry ice is readily available. A lot of people like it for parties. What's interesting about dry ice is that it is solid carbon dioxide, so it's always sublimating, which means it turns directly from a solid right into a gas. So I'm going to drop some into a beaker of warm water here.
And that gives you that cool, nice fog look.
It does, right. So it's sublimating, which means we can actually see the carbon dioxide bubbles being pushed up through the cylinder. And like you said, we see this really nice fog on the top. And actually, if you want to touch that fog,
wow, it's like warm.
it is warm because moist air is always warm. So we've got fog boiling out of there.
And now we've got another beaker here, and if I drop this in here,
Yeah,
it's going to have a different reaction because there's soap in here, right?
Right. So this beaker is warm water, and I've added a little bit of dish soap. And if you want to add another piece of dry ice in there, go for it.
We can go for that. And then I got it. We're running a little bit out of time now, but I got to go. We got this third beaker set here. This is an acid-based indicator, right?
All right. Yep. Go ahead and throw that in. It starts out this nice dark green color because our water is alkali. As soon as you add the carbon dioxide, carbonic acid is coming off of it as it sublimates, and it's going to turn red, which means that it's acidic.
Wow, that's some really cool stuff. And guess what, guys? We got a couple more segments when we come back. It's going to be some fun, spooky science that you can do with your kids at home celebrating the Halloween season, and of course always celebrating science as we're here at the Imagination Station that's been here for 3 years in Toledo, and we are celebrating the 3rd anniversary of the Imagination Station with some spooky science. We just did the dry ice experiment, and now we're doing slime, right, Sarah?
We are.
All right, then this is something that parents and kids, they could do at home, right?
Of course, this is really easy. Our first beaker here is a 50-50 solution of glue and warm water.
So just glue and warm water in that one.
And it can be white glue or clear glue. Our second beaker has a little bit of food color, some borax, which is a laundry agent, so you find that with the detergents, and then that's another bit of warm water.
And then you got to get your hands dirty,
Yeah,
right?
go ahead and start stirring that up.
Right in there and just stir it around.
Yep. So slime is a polymer, and the borax is kind of the secret ingredient because it helps link the bonds. So it's going to make that nice and coagulated. So you can actually go ahead
you can start pulling it up right there as it starts to get. So the more you work it, the thicker it's going to get too, right?
Yep, and you can actually keep this stored in Tupperware for up to 3 weeks. You're not going to want to eat it.
No, it looks like Jello, but I'm sure it doesn't taste that good.
It is not going to taste good. And you also don't want to wash it down the drain. You want to make sure you throw it in the trash, or you're going to need a plumber.
But you could take it out of this beaker, and we could just kind of decorate something
You could.
Halloween stuff with it. But it really does have that slime feel where it's got that sticky slipperiness to it. It looks like I seen from Ghostbusters 1 right in there, guys. But look at that.
And you can find the exact ingredient list on our website, imaginationstationtoledo.org.
All right. Well, all it is, borax, glue, food coloring, warm water, and hot water.
Yep.
And you're good to go. That's a science experiment you could do with your kids. Have some Halloween fun. Bubble, bubble, boil in trouble. That's right. We're doing more dry ice stuff. Now, Sarah, what am I doing right here? I'm putting a lot of dry ice into this thing right here.
Yep, we've got
We're
warm water
overdoing
in there.
it on the dry ice. We want to make sure we get a lot of fog.
All right. Yep. Now put that inside our cauldron.
This is going to go inside a cauldron.
And I've also got a flashlight over there for a little spooky added effect.
Atmosphere with our light right here.
All right. Now I'm going to run my soapy towel across the rim of our cauldron. Now what I can do is I pull our soap solution across the top of our cauldron.
Maybe I was a little too aggressive right there.
That's okay. And what's going to happen is we're actually going to create a bubble on the top of our cauldron. It's going to seal it in, and that CO2 gas is going to fill up inside, creating this nice big bubble.
So this is so cool, but that's all carbon. And there it goes.
All right, let's make another one.
We're going to make one more. Now, the reason that this doesn't come off of the cauldron and float around, what's that? Why doesn't it do what a typical bubble would do and float around?
That's because the carbon dioxide gas is actually heavier than air, so it's going to sink as soon as it comes out of there.
Still really cool experiment you could do with your kids. All you need is a big cup, some dry ice, a flashlight, and of course one of these big plastic cauldrons that you could get pretty much anywhere right now, especially around Halloween. And there we go, we're building it up again.
And we can
How cool is that?
I can put my hand inside the bubble.
Oh, I did
see,
it.
your hand was dry and it made the bubble pop.
Oh, okay. You got to make sure your hand's wet for
I'll make another one, and then you can dip your hand in. put it inside.
Well, you know what,
the bubble.
guys? We're going to have tons of fun right here at the Imagination Station. They're celebrating 3 years in Toledo. This is their 3rd anniversary today. Come on down. Look at this.
Go ahead
One more look right down there. I'm going to here. I got to stick my hand in some water. And I'm
Bubble's
gonna
worst enemy is a dry hand.
There we go. Look how cool that is. Cool science experiments you can find at imaginationstationtoledo.org. You can do stuff just like this in your own home.
Stick it in there, Joe. Stick it in
All the
there.
way?
Get it in
Are they
there.
going further? It's good. Ah.